and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And we are now on number 10 of our Christmas crafting on a budget. And we've been looking at, for the last 4 episodes, I'm doing 3 a week rather than 5 a week, so you will get them in order anyway. We're looking at Nature's Beauty, which is on the back of the last page of the catalogue. £20, 9 different images, absolutely gorgeous. And today we're going to do, this is the last one of the series, we're going to do something a little special with this one. So what we need to start off with is we need 2 pieces of cardstock. Now these are whatever a 1/4 of an inch smaller than your card blank is going to be. So for me it's 5.5 by 3 3/4, and I've got 2 of these. The first piece we are going to use a punch. Now if you haven't got a punch, draw a circle round and then cut it round with a craft knife. But if you've got a punch, then that's perfect for a punch. And we're literally just going to put 1 punch in here. There's no specific rhyme or reason to this, so it doesn't have to be exact on your sizing. You're just going to punch 3. So that's our second one. And then we're going to punch a third one out at the bottom down on here. There we go. So we have 3. I might have it that way round actually. Do I want it that way round or do I want it... I don't know. I think I want it that way. So I'm going to have... No, I'll have it that way. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. You can have it whichever way round you want, as you can obviously see. Then we are going to put this across on here. And we are going to use a pencil. And we are just going... A pencil with a rubber is ideally the best thing to do. Line it up so it's exactly where we want it. And you're just going to very lightly draw round. It says me, my pencil's not particularly sharp. We're going to rub it out afterwards, but you're just going to draw round, and you don't have to do it all the way round. Just sort of draw it round so that you know your placement. Say, I should have really sharpened this pencil, but that's going to be fine. So when we take this off, you can see where your placement's going to be. Okay, we'll move that out to the side and we'll work on this one. We are going to take this lovely little sort of foliage thing, and we're going to create a front piece with that. Now we're going to use garden green. You can use any colour green you want, but the garden green is quite nice and pretty. And you are literally going to take this from one side to the other and as near as you can, because you want it to cover the whole thing. So if you do it really sort of quite close to each other, it will cover the whole thing. Okay, and then we're just going to take it up. Doesn't matter if you've got pieces that are double layered, because that sort of gives part of the look. But literally just work your way through, making sure that you've done it all the way across. Okay, and then as I say, you're just going to take it, you can fill in these little sort of spaces, so you're covering literally the whole of the circle. Now you can do this before you cut out the paper, but I'm just trying to do this as frugally and as budget friendly as we can. So by having these 3 pieces already cut out, you're not having to do it over the top of those as well. So you're going to save a tiny weeny little bit of ink. Let's put that piece on here. Do need to get another bit in on there. But as I say, work your way round. I'm doing this obviously quite speedily, but you can spend as much time as you want. You just want to have a pretty background that's going to go all the way across, which this one is going to do. I'm going to start it from this side. It goes quite quickly once you start it, and as I say, it doesn't matter if you've got some over the top of each other, because you're literally just creating a fun, variegated sort of leafy background. And because this stamp has got sort of light and dark on it, it comes out quite nicely. I do need a full strength one in that corner. There we go. So that's that piece done. Then we are going to take the second piece, so we can move that one out of the way for now. We're going to take the second piece and we are going to stamp. We're going to have each one of the little wildlife creatures. So we've got the deer, the fox, and the little bunny. So I'm going to put the deer on first, and I'm going to use a good black ink. Now I'm not inking it all the way up because it's not going to go all the way up. And where we've cut these pieces out, if you put that down at the bottom, if your image is going to come too far down, you will stop it going into the other side. Now I need to bring this down so I can get my head in, because I have such a shine on my light. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to see to get this one in. Yes, that's fine. Okay, so that's the deer. And then we are going to, let me just grab my Simply Chamois so I can just clean this off as we go. So that's the deer. Then we're going to have the little rabbit. And I've got the little rabbit coming in the center one, because the rabbit is looking into the picture. So you want things to sort of look balanced. So as I say, the deer is sort of looking straight ahead. The little bunny is going to be looking down in this direction, like that. And then the little fox is going to be looking in the other direction. So let's put the fox in. And we'll have the fox down in on here in the center, like that. Okay, so we've now got our 3 images in there. Then you need to take your rubber and rub away your lines, because we don't need those lines in there. And what will happen is that you will then, the lines are likely to show through. So just with your rubber, rub away those marks. Because we then don't need them on there. Okay, so we've got those rubbed out like that. Then we are going to colour the deer in. Now, we're going to do exactly the same as we did the other day. So we're just going to do a wash. Now, I've already done that bit to save a bit of time. But this one I've done in soft suede. The bunny I've done in smoky slate. And the fox I've done in Cajun Craze. So it's a very easy, simple. I will do just the start of one. Let me have a look. Let's do the fox, because he's quite bright. So I've got some Cajun Craze, and I'm literally just going to pick up a little bit of colour with, you can use a paintbrush and some water, or our aqua painter already, you just fill it up with water and literally you are just going to wash through over where the fox is. Okay, so it's just as simple as that. I'm only going to do a little bit of it on here because you don't need to see me do the whole lot, but it's literally just a light wash going over, so you have that on the whole of the fox. I will clean my brush out before I use it again. Okay, so once you've coloured all of those in, you then have your little image piece that can go in over the top. But we want to add just a little bit of extra sort of something in on there. So that's my green, that's my blue. Okay, so I am going to use some Pool Party. Excuse me while I just grab it off the shelf. I'm going to take the little block or any block and just take a little bit of colour onto the block, which will give you your palette. Now I am going to have to clean this brush because I've got Cajun Craze. Very easy to clean our brushes. Literally you just scribble on a piece of kitchen roll until it comes clear, and then you're away to go. So with this, I am just going to take this up and I'll show you a couple of ways of doing it. So with this one, all I'm doing is just very lightly like this, just going round the outside. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, because you might want to do it one way or the other, is to take the sponge. So that's the blue one. Just ink that up, and you're then going to literally just sponge. It doesn't have to be precise at all. All you're doing is making sure that you're not going to have a rough edge round there. So whichever method you prefer, you can do it, as I say, with the aqua painter, or you can just do it and literally just as simple as that. You're just going to do that round. So it doesn't, you don't have to be, as I say, precise or anything at all. Then when we put this over the top, you can see you have got a little background on there, which just blends through the images a little better. Now on here, you can do extra layers to give it a little border and things like that. However, a very simple way of doing it without doing the borders is, let me see, is that that's my green, is to take the garden green, pick up your image, and a sponge is great because you can get inside it, and then you're literally just going to sponge just on the edge of that circle. It'll make it not quite so harsh and will help it sort of blend through. So literally just round. This is where I got green fingers from before, so you have to excuse me that I've got green fingers. But green fingers, I've been in the garden today, so I really have had green fingers. Just tidying everything up before the winter. Last mow of the lawn, trimming the apple tree and my grapevine and various other plants and things, and just getting everything tidy. I've got quite a lot of herbs and things that I grow in the garden, so again they just need all trimming back and cutting as the plants start to sort of go back and become dormant over the winter. Okay, so we're nearly round on this. So those are your three pieces like that, and then if you look at it when I put it over the top, you can see that it gives you that just little extra bit of definition. Now I have finished some of this off because obviously you don't want me to see me colouring and all the rest of it. So let me take the one that I've coloured and I've finished. Okay, and I have taken A Joyful Christmas to You from the stamp set that we were using last week. So we were using Beauty and Joy, which was the 13-piece stamp set for £15. And A Joyful Christmas is lovely because you can cut it up beautifully. So what I've done is I've cut it up. I haven't adhered it on there, and I'm not going to because I don't want to spend too much time on this video. But what we need to do on this before you've done it, obviously, is you're going to glue it. Now, when you glue it, glue all the way round your outside, and then make sure that you glue round your circle. If you want added dimension, just put dimensionals all the way around, but make sure that you've got enough round those edges so that you have that. I've just done it one layer because I didn't want it anymore. And then I've got a cherry cobbler base because I just wanted the traditional green and red on there. And then we're just going to put, does help if I've got the card opening the right way around, but I'm just going to put that on there like that, so you can actually see how it comes. Let's move all these little pieces and those scrubby bits out of the way, and then we can have a look at it properly. So you then have your beautiful card like that with the 3 little images just sticking up, and you've made your own front piece, and you've got A Joyful Christmas to You. So thank you so much for watching me. Do look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and I know that you're all subscribing, so that's brilliant, because we will be doing another stamp set, 4 or 5 different projects coming up next time. So see you soon. Bye-bye.